Somebody told
What we do here is go back.
Holy shit, I'm finally back with another Lost Media special. How long has it been? More than a year? Yeah, this is ridiculous. It's been such a long time since I've made one of these, and I'll tell you why. I lost motivation for this series altogether. It was just a culmination of me not enjoying making them, not being able to find enough topics for me to enjoy with the Lost Media series. I started it initially because I had so many topics lined up that I loved and I really wanted to cover. And then it got to a point where I was just making the series because a lot of my fans on my channel, a lot of my subscribers were from enjoying the Lost Media videos. And I was like, shit, I've built up a following of people who like Lost Media videos, but I don't want to make the Lost Media videos anymore. What am I going to freaking do? It's just such a disaster that I've built up on my channel, so I lose subscribers because of this. But I'm finally back with one of these because I wanted to make this. The series only works when I want to make Lost Media specials, and right now I really want to make this one, so I just decided, let's do it. And I'm happy I came back. I mean, this series is actually one I do enjoy making when I find a topic that I really want to cover. Otherwise, though, it's just like, I really don't want to make these videos, and it's just a nightmare. Also, they used to be really tough to edit because I'd have the mic right up here, and I'd have to cut out all my breaths. So I put the mic right down so that you won't be able to hear my breaths and I don't have to edit it profusely like I used to. It was just a lot of things that made me not want to make this series, but I'm finally back. I'm finally making them. And let's just get right into what we're going to talk about today. And it's just a great topic. I mean, I just want to die, you know. Logan Paul. I've never talked about Logan Paul on this channel. I might have mentioned him, name dropped him a few times, but I've never really had a full video about him. And I never will. This is about his movie, The Thinning. He's just an actor in it, you know? It's not Logan Paul based, this video. Is it? Shit. The Thinning 2 was delayed and released for so long because of Logan Paul's Suicide Forest video. We all know about that doozy.
I really hate to say this. I think there's someone hanging right there.
So many people wanted to see this movie, and I can kind of see why. I mean, the first was so bad it's good, and the second was gonna be so bad it's good. But after I've watched Quentin Reviews, one of my favorite YouTubers, he did a review on it this morning, I was like, shit, this is really, really bad. This movie sucks. And he basically said, it's not as interesting as the first, it's just a dull movie. And I was like, I gotta make a Lost Media video on this. Like, this is so poor. I gotta cover this because it's like, I've always been interested in this Thinning movies because they're so bad, but they're so laughably bad. So I was like, this movie has just been delayed for so long. It was Lost Media that people wanted to see. And then when it came out, they were like, who the hell wants to see this shit? It's garbage. So basically the whole story, I don't want to go into the plot of this movie. It's really fucking stupid. Like, they get captured at the end of the first movie and they think they're about to get killed, and then they get put into slave labor to make fucking iPads, and it's like, who the fuck came up with this shit? It's such a dumb story. The fact that it became Lost Media because of a Suicide Forest video by Logan frickin' Paul is just so ridiculous, because I feel bad for the people who wanted to see it for the sole purpose of it being a so bad it's good movie, because it is funny shit. The first movie is actually so funny to watch because of how bad it is. Like, it's such a dull shithouse movie. The second is a dull shithouse movie, but it's not good to watch. It's just shit. Like, you can't even laugh at it. Most of it's just so bad. And you know, I'm featuring clips in this movie. I'm actually featuring clips from Quentin Reviews' video, just to put a disclaimer there, because I couldn't be fucked going to YouTube Red, getting it, and then downloading this shit. It's garbage. So Thank you, Quentin Reviews, for letting me. He didn't let me. I'm just doing it because I'm a shit person. No, but I wanted to include these clips because it's just a ridiculous premise, a ridiculous movie. Logan Paul is obviously a really shitty actor. He probably considers himself a good actor. He sucks. And the fact that this was lost for so long and people wanted to see it is just so cringe. I was one of the people who didn't want to see this. I was one of the people who thought, alright, it's never going to be released. He made this Suicide Forest video. Let's just leave it at that. The Thinning 2 is utter garbage. They're never going to make it. Let's just never release it and keep it lost forever. I know it's going to be terrible. Why release a movie that's going to be terrible? And they released it, obviously, because they need to make their money. They had to release it someday. I mean, they probably cost a bit to make. Why not release it and make the money back? At least make the money back. But wow, this is some shit. The fact that people in the lost media community as well waited so long just to see how bad this movie was going to be is like so cringe, dude. It's a shocker, let's just say that, and I don't have the energy to sit here and review it bit by bit because the whole purpose of this series, Lost Media, is to say how it was lost and how people wanted to see it rather than talk about the fucking movie itself. If you want to see a review of the movie itself, check the description of Quentin Reviews, if I can say his name. Quentin Reviews did a really good take on this that I thoroughly enjoyed, and I got to see just how bad the movie was from his reviews, so please check out his review in the description. I'm just here to say, though, how much people wanted to see this shit, and how bad it turned out to be. Like, why? You notice how I say like a lot? It's like how I try and get from one part of what I'm gonna say to the next, but it sounds so freaking dumb. Anyway, the point is, people wanted to see it. They were waiting ages for it. They were obsessing over it because it's lost media. A lot of people in that lost media community obsess over it. You know who you are. You're watching the video right now. I'm one of those people too. I'm just fucking... you can hate me for that, saying that, guys. Sorry. But it's stupid. It's a stupid movie. The only things that I like that are lost are things that I actually would have wanted to see, like good content. Stuff that I've covered in the past on this series. Not this. No. This is a case study of why things should remain lost. I just think this should remain to be a landmark case of why things should remain unseen. Like, burn this. This should never be seen type thing.
Burn this.
I'm sorry?
This must never be seen. By anyone.
I wish Jack and Jill was Lost Media. Anyway, there's not much more to say other than I really wanted to cover this because it's such a shit movie and that people waited so long to see it and then were ultimately disappointed. I mean, I feel bad for those people, but it's just like, guys, you knew it was going to be shit. Why would you watch it? What about the people, though, that waited to see it that were genuine fans of the first? They probably would have enjoyed it. Who knows? But this is kind of like a disclaimer, a message, this video. This is me preaching to the lost media community that are watching this shit. Please, I beg you, don't get hyped over something you know is going to be bad, and then when it's released, go, shit, this is awful, I wish this stayed lost. Like, some things are best to not be seen. It's like, if a piece of shit is covered in gold, and it's lost somewhere, and then you find it, and you discover that, oh, it smells like shit, and it's an old piece of shit, and you're like, oh, no, wait, I wanted to see it because it was lost. What? Anyway, The Thinning 2 is a joke. The whole Thinning series is a joke. I don't know why people obsessed over the fact that this was lost and the fact that they wanted to see it. I don't know why I'm making this video. I don't know why I exist. I'm kidding. But seriously, there's not much more to cover other than saying why. Why was this made? Why did people obsess over it? That's just about it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this return. It's a bit of a half-assed, shitty return, but I will be back eventually with another Lost Media special of a topic I actually really want to cover because they're the topics I like. Do suggest topics. Oh my gosh. Please suggest topics in the comments because if you suggest one that I'm like, shit, I want to cover that, then I will cover it. Obviously, I won't just cover anything because it just makes me, you know, depressed as a content creator. I go on another 6-month hiatus because it's like I'm back to where I started, making videos for the sole purpose of people wanting them rather than me wanting to make them. I know it's a selfish way of being a YouTuber, but you gotta do things because you enjoy them. You can't do things because you're adhering to other people's wanting of your videos being released. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is a shitty video. That's the end. Thanks for watching. Fuck.
What we do here is go back.